You should not be proud to be fat.
Ooh, no.
Why in the hell would you be proud of being fat? Coach Greg, breaking news, Pewdiepie just released a video saying he's considering taking steroids. I haven't watched the video, you're gonna get my initial reaction, but I need to start by saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Once you go that road, you will never be satisfied. What happens is people start taking PDs thinking that they'll be happy once they get a better physique, but once they get that better physique, they want more, more, more. You'll never be satisfied. You could win the Mr. Olympia and you're still not satisfied, still wanting to get bigger and better. So don't do it. But let's watch the video and see, what is he considering taking, why, what's going on, what led to this? Stay tuned, let's watch it together.
Hot take, there's such a thing as being too jacked. Strongly disagree. Strongly agree.
Can you get too buff? Well, it depends on the person, depends who's asking. Some people are going to say, no, bigger the better. Other people are going to say, yeah, once you get too big, you can't even wipe your own ass. Probably too big.
I don't know enough about bodybuilding to tell bodybuilders if it is, but I think personally, aesthetically, yeah, absolutely.
So Pewdiepie says, yeah, you can be too big aesthetically. So I gotta say that most people would be on the side of Pewdiepie.
You'll never be satisfied.
You'll never be satisfied. This is something you hear a lot with the bodybuilders of like they always want more and more gains.
What did I just say? You're never gonna be satisfied. That is what I keep cautioning people. That's why I say halfway to your dream physique. Why do you think I say this? I'm 46 years old, been training since I was 10, 59 bodybuilding competitions. You will never be satisfied. When I was younger, I thought, oh, if I could ever be 160 pounds on stage, that's all I want. That's all I'd ever want. Did that natural, no problem. Got even bigger, natty, no problem. Eventually, couldn't get any bigger, took PDs, got bigger and bigger and bigger, turned pro. Still not satisfied. So I'm telling you right now, no matter what you think, if you in fact get your dream physique, it will no longer be your dream physique. So be happy what you are, strive to be your best, but don't think that you're ever gonna be satisfied.
People
Depends.
do take it to an extreme, like the people that injected their arms with like
synthol.
Yeah,
and then
there it is.
And you see it, people take it to the extremes. Taking PDs, injecting oils, getting implants and so on. When will enough be enough? I'm telling you, probably never.
Male bodybuilders have small penises.
Everyone knows that bodybuilders have small penises, and the only reason we're training is so that we make up for the lack of size in the downstairs. It's a Neapolitan complex. Everyone knows this.
And I'm being sarcastic. Thanks for watching.
little penis energy. Like when you see guys in like the flashy cars, all the designer clothes and all that, you're like, what are you compensating for, dude?
So they just said, oh, you know, I've never dated a bodybuilder, so I don't know. But when you see people with the flashy cars and the this and the that, what are they compensating for? Nothing. If you have a lot of money, you're going to spend it. Just because I drive a Lambo doesn't mean I have a small downstairs or I'm compensating for something somewhere else. I worked hard, made some money, and I decided to spend it. What am I supposed to do? Burn the money? Freaking stupid. I hate hearing bullshit like this. Compensating for something.
You drive a big car? So tiny penis. No, I just find it very useful.
Exactly. PewDiePie has money. He doesn't have a small friggin' Yankee yank. Why did I call it a Yankee yank? And if he does or doesn't, who the frig cares?
All right, here we go. Here's the actual
I look down
episode.
on people who are out of shape.
I don't look down on them at all. I feel bad for them, sorry for them. I wish that they could love it the way I do. I encourage them to get in better shape, to exercise 150 minutes a week. So I don't look down on people who are out of shape at all, but I bet most people would think that I do.
You should not be proud to be fat.
Ooh, no.
Why in the hell would you be proud of being fat? Oh, I'm proud that I have something that's gonna cause an early death. It makes no sense. I don't know how you could disagree even more than this. Fat acceptance? Come on, people. You're proud of being fat. Oh, I'm proud that I'm out of shape. I'm proud that I'm a cigarette smoker and I don't care about my health. Are you kidding me? No, you're not proud of it. You wish you could be healthier. Seems ridiculous to even think that that could be a question.
Hey, look, Mom, I got diabetes. Yeah, son, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so proud that I developed type 2 diabetes. No.
When people hear the word fat, it has such a negative connotation to it.
Why do you think when people hear the word addiction, type 2 diabetes, cancer, heart attack, they have negative thoughts? Why? Because it can lead to early death. It is not good. It's not good. We're not saying it's the fault of the person who's fat or obese, but you can't be proud of it. Proud? It's the wrong word.
Why? Well, you know, heart disease early, or shorter lifespan, less accessibility, less freedom.
And Pewdiepie, he agrees with this. Shows a stat. On average, people die 20 years younger with a BMI over 40. 40! Seen BMIs way over 40. So do you really think that you should be proud of being fat? Yeah, I'm proud that I have a life expectancy 20 years younger than average. No.
Yeah, everyone should like themselves and who they are and whatever. Be proud of yourself, sure. That does not mean you should be proud of being fat, and that does not mean people should hate you for being fat, right?
Exactly. I'm 100% with Pewdiepie. You shouldn't hate on someone for being fat, but you shouldn't be proud of them for being fat either. You should want them to be able to do something about it if possible so they can live a longer and healthy life. Imagine, I'm so proud of Nikocado Avocado. What a great guy. He's proud for being fat, showing you can do mukbang videos, gain 150 pounds, and become disabled because of it. You've seen his videos, you've seen him talk about it. He's proud of it. So if you think that you should be proud for being fat, that means you agree with Nikocado Avocado.
Being unhealthy is a bad thing.
So she says being unhealthy is a bad thing. Well, if you're fat, you automatically are less healthy than if you're not fat. You can debate and argue with me until you're blue in the face like friggin' Smurfette, or Papa Smurf, or Hefty Smurf, any of the Smurfs. But you cannot be healthy at any size.
But you shouldn't be proud of being that overweight and unhealthy and...
It's nothing
Well, why
to be proud
not?
of.
Why not? Like I said before, hey Mom, I got diabetes.
I'm glad Pewdiepie is saying these things. He's thinking like me. Why not? They just explained it.
What are you on about? You're just trying to be positive and shit. It doesn't, no, it's not, that's toxic positivity if you ask me.
Toxic positivity. That's a great way of putting it. She's probably doing this just because she knows it's going to be on a YouTube video. Oh, I want to say all the right things so people love me. Because trust me, it is easier to be nice and kind and say all the positive things than to be like Coach Greg and call people out. Call people out. Oh, maybe they're on PDs. Maybe this, maybe that. We hate you. Why did you say that?
I have considered steroids. Next question.
3, 2, 1.
I've considered using steroids, and two people strongly disagree. No, I've never, ever considered it. And everyone strongly agreed, 100% considered it. No one's somewhere in the middle here.
I know there are side effects, and obviously if you take it in a moderate amount, I think it's a different thing, and personally, I'm against it.
Okay, so it turns out Pewdiepie has not considered steroids, is not considering steroids. He's against taking steroids. So I guess to me that's kind of clickbait, but not, because you know what I mean. But he doesn't think that people should take steroids. And he explains exactly why people would. He shows a picture of He-Man. By the power of Grayskull, it was one of my favorite cartoons of all time, and obviously looked up to He-Man. But did He-Man's physique look natural? And that's just one example. We have G.I. Joes, we had our dolls growing up, we have movie heroes, shredded, muscular, ripped physiques. That's what we see. And of course we want to emulate that. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to tell you that I haven't abused steroids, because I have. But I'm currently now on HRT prescribed by a doctor. And there's a big difference between using medically prescribed testosterone prescribed by your doctor because you need it, over blasting a bunch of steroids. And steroids, testosterone, not healthy in the same way that being overweight is not healthy. I've done videos, I've talked about this before. What's more dangerous? Being morbidly obese or abusing steroids? They're probably about the same. And so people are going to judge me and say, well, you use steroids, you're not healthy, look what you did. To me, it would be the same thing like this. If someone were obese for 10 years of their life and then realized that's not good, it's not healthy, lost the weight, started eating healthy, doing a lot of cardio, would you judge that person for the 10 years they were obese or what they're doing right now? So for me, my 10 years of obesity was my 10 years of abusing PDs. Not doing it now. You see I'm eating healthy. You see I'm racing bikes. Broke my arm riding a bike. Broke this arm a couple years ago doing the same thing. So obviously I'm doing my best to be healthy. But are you?
The sad truth about bodybuilding is everyone you're going against is probably on stuff.
Right. Like, if you're a bodybuilder, how are you going to compete otherwise? I totally get it.
And exactly. The reason so many people are taking steroids is because others are. And so to keep up with them, you have to do what they're doing. It's no different in any sport. People are doing what their competition is doing. So unless standards change, unless they make changes, the Mr. Olympia has a natural division where they drug test year round, or the weight classes go down so that you can't be too big, people are going to continue to abuse steroids. And you've seen what's going on. Look how many heart attacks and deaths have happened recently to bodybuilders. Unbelievable, through the roof, more than ever before. Something needs to be done, and if nothing is done, we're going to continue to see this.
And I'm sure if you take a responsibility, you know, it's probably not as bad as being morbidly obese.
And actually, Pewdiepie, I do think it's just as bad as being morbidly obese. Taking everything and anything under the sun, gotta be just as risky as being morbidly obese.
This is probably something what I would strive towards, this kind of body shape. But if I'm not, I generally don't care because I'm working out because I enjoy it. It makes me feel good.
I mean, you can't ask for a better guy than Pewdiepie here. He's sending such a positive and inspiring message. Listen to Pewdiepie. He's a better fitness motivator than half the YouTube fitness channels that I've seen today.
Why are you afraid? If you take PEDs, then just say that you do. I don't understand the whole...
Yeah, I actually agree with her on this.
Well, the problem is it's kind of illegal. So it's kind of like saying, hey, I'm breaking the law. Come arrest me. So when people don't admit it, consider what country are they in and is it illegal? Easy for me to admit what I've done because in Canada, you can take steroids legally. Can't sell them. Obviously, don't break the law. And depending on your country, may or may not be legal. So don't listen to me. Check the laws of your country before ever considering taking steroids and never do so without the consent and advice from your doctor. And I am not your doctor.
Bodybuilding is good for my mental
Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Bodybuilding is good for my mental health, and most people are on this far end extremely agree strongly. I can't go that high, it's neutral. Bodybuilding, especially when taken too far, can be bad for your mental health. You're suffering, starving, abusing PDs. You look in the mirror, you can develop body dysmorphia. Not really good for your mental health. This is bodybuilding where you starve yourself to get shredded, where you worry about every morsel of food you're eating, where you're checking the mirror every day, am I lean enough? And you get up on stage to be judged by a group of judges who never met you, said, hey, you're not lean enough, your abs aren't good enough. Oh, your left bicep a little bit bigger than your right. So it's not always that positive for your mental health. However, if it's just bodybuilding as in working out to build muscle, to get in shape, to be fit, well, that obviously is great for your mental health. But I caution you, if you do decide to get into bodybuilding, be prepared. You're gonna see your body go from being normal or maybe overweight to being shredded. Diet's over, you regain the weight, and you might not like it. Seen a lot of people go on a downward spiral after doing a bodybuilding competition. So as far as mental health goes, I would say you need to be extremely strong mentally before ever trying to do a bodybuilding competition.
Most important thing to me.
No, body and soul. Okay, you gotta work on both. Equally important.
The body is the most important thing to me, and I'm surprised there's such a variance here, and I'm on Pewdiepie's side. It's not the body that's the most important thing. Imagine you get in an accident, you get hurt, you can't train, something happens. What are you left with? The mind. The mind is obviously the most important thing. And no matter how in shape you are, no matter how great your body looks, what is that if your mind doesn't like what it sees? So if all you care about is your body and that's the most important thing for you, guess what? You're not going to be happy forever because eventually Father Time's coming for all of us. Unless you're Mike O'Hearn, you can't look better forever. The rest of the world, we're not going to look better at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 than we are at 20 and 30 and so on. So happy to see Pewdiepie is not actually going to take steroids. Great to hear. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Please watch the boobs. Don't forget, harder than last time supplements, including testosterone, which is natural. You can get that to help with your gains. Subscribe to the channel. Buy the friggin' cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. And until next time, I am out.